In the quiet town of Red Hollow, whispers of a killer had been circulating for months, but no one had ever seen his face. Bodies were found in the woods, mutilated and drained of blood. But there was something even darker lurking beneath the surface. The locals had no idea what they were dealing with. Detective Elaine Monroe had seen her fair share of crime scenes, but nothing prepared her for the nightmare she walked into one cold October evening. The latest victim, a young woman, had been found in an abandoned cabin deep in the forest. The scene was grotesque. Her limbs disjointed, her flesh half-eaten, and the walls were covered in strange, twisted symbols. As Monroe investigated, she found a trail of human remains leading deeper into the woods. Pieces of bone, bits of clothing, and a trail of blood led to an old, crumbling house on the outskirts of town. The door creaked as she entered, her heart pounding in her chest. The air was thick with the smell of rot and decay. In the center of the room, a large fireplace blazed, and the faintest noise echoed from the shadows. She approached cautiously, but then she froze. There, sitting in the flickering firelight, was the killer, a tall, gaunt man, his face pale and gaunt, chewing on something. His eyes, hollow and glazed over, met hers, and he smiled with dark amusement. "Come to join the feast?" he asked in a voice that sounded like the rustling of dead leaves. The room was filled with jars and shelves, each one containing grotesque trophies, human organs, pieces of flesh, and severed fingers. His victims weren't just killed. They were consumed, their lives and their bodies devoured. Monroe's stomach churned, but she couldn't look away. He reached for a knife on the table, its blade coated in dried blood. "I told them," he muttered as if talking to himself. "I told them I needed more to feed the hunger." Before she could react, he lunged at her, but she was faster. With a scream, she fired, hitting him in the chest. He fell to the ground with a sickening thud, his lifeless eyes still fixed on hers. But as she stood over him, her breath ragged, she noticed something horrifying. On the floor near his hand was a plate of freshly cooked meat. It wasn't human, or was it?